Hey guys, Colin here with my next stretch series, and this is a series of stretches that are going to help to open up the different ranges of motion for your neck. So if you're having restricted range of motion, whether it's bending forward, backward, turning to one side, turning to the other side, or tilting laterally one side or the other side, these can all be really beneficial, these stretches that we're going to do. We're going to start with general stretches. The idea is that we want to open up those different angles that I just demonstrated to get some general stretch, and then we can do a little bit more specific work. So to begin with, what we first want to do is open up the front of the neck. With people that have a rounded shoulder posture and have also a forward head position, what this does is it tends to put these muscles in a shortened position, and then they adjust to that position and tend to hold more shortly. And then what happens is the muscles in the back of the neck, they end up having to hold up that weight of the head, and so they end up with these pain and strain patterns going on here. So what I'm going to have you do is sit in a chair like I have here. What you're going to do is slide to the front of the chair, put your hands underneath the front of the chair like so together. And from this position, you're just going to gently rock back using these hands here as an anchor. Once you're in that position, what I'm going to have you do is gently tilt your head back till you start to feel that stretch to the front of your neck. You're just going to hold this position for anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. What you can add to this, if you're not feeling a good stretch, is you can add gently pushing your chin as if you're trying to lift it up toward the ceiling, pushing it upward. And you would then hold that for about 15 seconds. Now, to target each side of the neck a little bit differently, these muscles on the side, that was a general stretch for the front of the neck. Now, if we're targeting these feelings on each side, what we're going to do is real similar, but we're just going to add a different element to it. And we're going to have you anchor here again. What you're going to do is you're going to lean back, and now you're going to turn your head 45 degrees one direction, and then tilt your head back as if you're trying to touch your shoulder blade with the back of your head. You'd hold that for 15 seconds. You bring your head back to the center. You turn it to the other direction and tilt back that direction. You hold that for another 15 seconds. I'm moving through these stretches pretty quickly. You can pause this at any time and experiment with these. The idea is that I could do something where you have to follow along, but the only thing with that is that for those people that are just checking in and trying to get an idea of what these stretches are about, it's going to be a real lengthy video. So feel free to pause it at any time. Also, I want to mention that you should do this at the pace that's most comfortable for you and with the level of stretch that's most comfortable for you. This is not about forcing a stretch. Whenever you're trying to force something, there's the risk of causing some sort of discomfort or problem afterwards. So what you want to do is let your body kind of drop into that position as easily as you can without forcing it. When you start to force it, the other thing that happens is you tend to contract other muscles, and that creates other dysfunctional patterns that we don't want to see you have. So next stretch that we're going to do is going to be stretching the head to the side. So what I'm going to have you do is take your hand, put it under the side of the chair, like so. And you're going to just gently lean your whole body away from that anchoring hand. Once you're in this position, I'm going to have you tilt this ear down toward the shoulder. You can take the other hand, put it over the top of the head, and bring it right to your ear. From this position, what I'm going to have you do is you're going to be tilting your head back as if you're trying to bring it upright again into your hand, but you're not going to let yourself do that with the hand being right here and holding the head in that position. You're only going to use about 20% of your strength to bring the head back. And this is including something called a muscle energy technique. So what we're doing is we're basically contracting the muscle and then letting it relax. That allows you to reset the length of that muscle so that it stays loose and relaxed for longer. And the added benefit is that this will also be a much quicker way to loosen up that musculature. So I'm going to have you pull back like this, pull over like this, push the side of the head into the hand here, as if you're trying to tip your head back. And you're just going to do that gently for 15 seconds. I'm sorry, 5 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you would just pull the head, pulling this ear toward the shoulder just gently a little bit more. Then you would repeat this 2 more times. So now we do the same thing on the other side. So what I'm going to do, again, anchor with this hand, lean away from the anchor, tilt the head down toward the shoulder, bring the other head over the top. I'm going to tilt this head back as if I'm trying to get my head into an upright position again, with about 20% of my strength. And I'm going to do this for a count of 5. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Deep breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to pull my head a little bit more to the side. And again, I would repeat this 2 more times. So 15 seconds for each side. Not too bad to try and open that up. Now, what we want to do is we want to get this angle of the chin coming down as if you're looking toward the opposite pocket here. So what I'm going to have you do is take your hand, you're going to put it under the back of the chair, the side of the chair in the back, or you can grab onto the rear leg of the chair. Either one's fine. I'm just going to put it under the back of my chair here. And I'm going to now turn my head 45 degrees and tilt my chin down as if I'm looking into my pocket there. And in that position, I'm now going to let my whole body kind of lean in that direction. So I'm using this anchoring hand to keep me from falling over. I'm going to take the opposite hand, put it behind my head, and gently pull my head down toward that pocket. Once I'm in that position, now I'm going to push with my head into the back of my head, into my hand here for 5 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Deep breath in. As I breathe out, I would pull my head down a little bit more. I would repeat that 2 more times. And I do the same thing on the other side, anchoring, turning, tilting my head down as if I'm looking in this pocket, the other hand on the back of the head, letting my whole body lean into that angle and pushing with the back of my head up. And I would do that again, 5 seconds. Take a deep breath, lean into it more. I do that through a total of 3 times. So now what we want to do is we want to get a little bit of rotational stretch. So for that, I'm actually going to use a dish towel. But just like this, you can find one in most kitchens. What you're going to do is you're going to bring that dish towel and put it right along your neck here, and you're going to gently just pull forward. And as you're pulling forward, it'll create a little bit of curve in the neck. And now what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to drop one side and pull downward with that side. What this does is it anchors the shoulder and the ribs and the collarbone down on that side. With the other hand, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you gently pull the dish towel across so that it's twisting your chin into this direction. Now, when you're doing this, I don't want you to twist your whole upper body. You have to keep your upper body straight ahead. If it's helpful, you can lean into the chair, put your shoulder blades against the back of the chair or your back against the chair. And you're going to push, pulling across here. And once you've gotten in that stretched position, you're now going to push backwards with your chin into the towel. So I'm going to push back with my chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I take a deep breath in. As I breathe out, I pull it a little bit more. So I accentuate that stretch a little bit more, twisting into this direction. So I would do that 2 more times, and then I would repeat the same thing on the other side. Okay, moving right along. The last thing that we're going to do right now is we're going to do a stretch for the very upper part of the neck. So this is right where the base of the skull meets the cervical spine. We've got cervical nerves that come through there. And those nerves, when they get compressed, which is what happens when you have the rounded shoulders and the head comes forward, you also will tilt the chin up, which compresses those nerves. We want to open that back up because those nerves go into your brain and signal your whole central nervous system to be able to function correctly. When they're compressed, it puts them in a heightened state. It puts your body into a little more fight or flight. Also, you don't have as much space in there, so there's some compression-related pain. So what I'm going to have you do is take a towel like so, same dish towel. What you're going to do is twist it first, to twist it up so it's a little more narrow. You're going to put it right at the base of your skull. And from this position, I'm going to have you push upward at a 45-degree angle, or pull upward rather, with the towel, just like so. Now this is going to work your triceps a little bit. And once you're pulling upward, you're going to now pull your chin down just a little bit. It gives you a little bit better angle. And you're going to hold this for about 15 seconds. All right. So you would repeat that a couple more times. So you do like three sets of that, just like you did with all the other stretches. Now, for most people, there's tightness more on one side than the other side at the base of the skull. So in order to target that, what you might find actually more effective than what we just did is you might find more effective is turning your head to 45-degree angle like so, keeping your, obviously keeping your upper body, your shoulders still pointed straight ahead. Again, with the towel at the base of the skull here, you're going to pull upward at a 45-degree angle and tilt the chin down just a little bit. And again, you would do this for 15 seconds. And stretch that out. And then you would turn your head the other direction and you do the same thing on the other side. So that's the basics, really. Those are really the basics of some of this cervical decompression and getting range of motion into rotation and what we call lateral flexion, as well as opening up the scalenes. So there's a couple other things that we can do. One thing that I would have you do is you would take your fingertips. Now this is if you want to go on and do a little bit more work, and I'm going to turn around, so it might be a little bit more difficult to hear me. So let me just explain it here first. You're going to take your fingertips and you're going to put it right under the base of your skull. You're going to tip your head back and push your fingertips in there. So you can even put your thumbs here so that you can grip a little better, or just put the flat of your hand against the side of your neck. You're really going to grip in with your fingertips. And the idea behind this, with your head tilted back, is now you're going to slowly bend your head forward as you grip with those fingertips. And what that's going to do is it's going to elongate those muscles that run parallel to the spine on both sides. So you would do this, so I'm pulling down with my fingertips at the same time as I'm bending my chin down forward. So I'm pulling down in the back, bending forward, elongating all of that connective tissue. And you would repeat that a couple more times. I'm going to show you from the back what that would look like. I'm going to take my fingertips, put them right here, tilt my head back, push inward and downward. Just like so. So that's a pretty complete set of exercises. There's more that can be done that can target specific areas in the neck and ways to actually dig in to the cervical spine. That's going to be in a different series, but this is kind of the general set of stretches to start targeting some of these neck problems. Now, what I would like you to do is, after you've done these stretches, I want you to then turn your head again, both directions, tip one way, tip the other way, turn your head to 45-degree angle and tip down, looking in the opposite pocket, and see if that feels a little bit more open and loose. It should be. If it's not, or if you find that a specific stretch had more resistance, meaning you felt that stretch in a more pronounced way, what you would do is you would target that stretch more. And all that means is that that's the area where you're most locked up into some sort of dysfunctional pattern or pattern that's resisting and limiting your range of motion. You want to target that a little bit more. So just spend a little bit more time on that. If you would normally, say, be doing that for, for 5 seconds, 3 times, you'd maybe do it for 5 times instead of the 3 times. So there's your basic set of neck and cervical stretches.